Is anybody going to doubt the Florida Panthers' chances of going far in the playoffs now that they got blown out against Montreal? Is anybody? Anybody? No, of course not. And why? Because there's very good, valid reasons why Florida would lose to Montreal on the last game of the season, right? There's lots of valid reasons as to why that's totally acceptable, right? But you know, if that was the boys in blue and white losing 10-1 or whatever it was to Montreal tonight, you know, if that was our last game of the season, it'd be panda-frickin-monium. Panda-frickin-monium, not panther-frickin-monium like it should be, all right? No one's going to doubt the Panthers still. And again, nor should they. But I'm just saying, that's how hockey goes. The Florida Panthers don't need to be stressed out about it, and the Habs fans get to be happy about it. It's a win-win situation for everybody. Because if I'm a Habs fan right now, then you bet I'm thrilled about a 10-1. Because why not? What a way to go out. What a way to go out at the end of the year. I love it. So if I'm a Habs fan, like that confused one in the chat right there, you know, if I'm a Habs fan like that, let me tell you, I'm thrilled about it. Just like if I'm a Florida Panthers fan, I don't really care about that either, right? I'm just letting that slide. Whoa! Talk about strong finishes, huh? Let's talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs and their C squad, right? I mean, not really. There's only so many people you can bench, but still, you know what I mean? The Leafs did exactly what I was saying right here on this show. What did I say? I was saying, I hope we disrespect them. I hope we don't even dress our guys because the Boston Bruins just aren't worth it. Now, I believe they did the same thing too, right? Like, how many guys were they missing tonight? They were kind of taking it easy. They weren't being chippy. They weren't being the usual typical Boston Bruins as far as I saw. And rightfully so. So I think they understood as well. They're in the same boat we are. Hey, playoff teams, right? Playoff teams have a different mindset on the last game of the season. We don't care about the score. We're in. It's locked down. Doesn't really matter. There was a little bit more on the line tonight, I'll admit. Because, you know, if Boston wins and Tampa loses, then they would have faced Toronto. And now that Boston's lost, now we're facing Tampa. So there was a little bit on the line there. You could argue that there might have been a little bit more behind the motive for the Bruins tonight. But didn't really show up that way on the ice, though. It didn't show up that way on the ice. So, woo, you know? Finished strong against the Bruins. And wouldn't it be funny if they couldn't make it past Carolina, right? Because of Toronto. I think that win or lose, I'm already happy about that. Win or lose, I'm already happy that if the Bruins were to not make it against Carolina now, they can blame us for that. But if that's the start of a cup run, then they can also thank us for that. And that's the tricky part about sports, right? Sports is fun, guys. Things can go any which way. I like seeing Willie Nylander tonight. With the soft hands, right? He's got a wicked shot. Nylander can clap it, he can snipe it, he can dangle it, he can pass it like a beauty too, he can sauce it, right? So, I mean, is there anything that Nylander can't do? Right? I don't think so. Even in the playoffs in years past, he's been pretty good for our scoring. He hasn't really been one of the ones struggling that much, right? So, I can't wait to see this year, man. Look, there's not much to say other than it was a really awesome game. Anytime you beat Boston, anytime, it's always a fun time. And then with the added little kicks of what the game could have meant, and knowing that the Leafs shut that down real quick. No, we'll take Tampa. Thank you very much. Which, to be honest, I also said on this show that I truly believe that the Leafs match up better against Tampa than Boston, because Tampa and Toronto have a very similar style, but I believe that Toronto's actually better at it than Tampa. Right? The difference is when Tampa goes up against a team that's not like Toronto, right? They also can bring a little bit more of that tough game against a team like Boston or something else like that, right? Tampa's capable of doing that more often, from what I've seen. Toronto's not, but put them two head to head, and Toronto usually seems pretty good to me. That one could go either way. And isn't it more fun when it could go either way, guys? Like, really, isn't it more fun? I'm excited. I'm excited for the playoffs. It really could have been anybody. It could have been anybody this season, and I would have absolutely lost it, right? I would have gone absolutely bonkers, for sure. I'm just pumped in general. Playoff hockey. Here we go. So I hope everyone joins along. I hope everyone comes out after the shows for these things, right? I hope everyone has a good time. I'll be waiting to give my piece about it and to hear from you folks as well, too. All right? So let's get into that. Just thank you again for all the bits and subscriptions and follows and following along on Instagram. Climbing over that 4,600 looked pretty nice to me. Thank you very much. Leslie's getting all those cheers in there as well. Thanks to all the people that have recently joined on YouTube. Man, your subscriptions are making this channel rise as well, too, because people are coming from YouTube over to Twitch and Twitch over to YouTube. And it's this nice, beautiful, harmonious thing. Leafs Nation all the way. I'm ready to go. I want to hear from you folks. It can't just be me. You've all got cool things to say. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it.